the transition. And
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then we'll start with the VR8. Okay, so let's head over to the VR8.
Perfect.
And Sal, I'm going to follow you. All right. So as we come around the corner here, part of what's going to be cool about this demo, or this machine I should say, is you've got a cutting demo that you did a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, and part of that cutting demo is John is using some tools from HaasTooling.com, and we've got a new program associated with HaasTooling.com. We'll talk more about that on Thursday, but it's called the Haas Buyers Club. And if you're familiar with Harbor Freight, if you ever get those coupons, you see them online or get them in the mail, same kind of thing. Every week we'll send you an email. It's got a pretty steep discount off tools, pull studs, maybe even some work holdings. So we'll talk more about that on Thursday. But for now, I've been really excited about this machine all week.
Yeah.
After seeing your cutting demo. So this is a VR8, and this is the first one, the only one right now.
Yeah.
But we also have a VR9 and a VR11. All of these are basically on a vertical platform, except because of the 5-axis head, we've actually got extended Z travel.
Yeah, so they're based on the same size machines as our VFs, right? The 40-inch Y-axis travel machine. Right. The VR8 is 64 by 40. The VR9 is 84 by 40, and the VR11 is
it's
120 by 40.
Right. So they're all 40-inch Y.
Yeah.
They just grow in X.
Yeah. The big difference between those machines is that those VFs only have 30 inches of Z-axis travel.
Right.
This machine, because we have that 2-axis rotary head mounted to the bottom, it needs a lot more Z-axis travel. It's got 42.5 inches of Z-axis travel. And most of that we get from adding the riser. You'll notice this entire sheet metal panel here is about how much this machine, actually the whole top end of this machine is just raised up 8 inches.
Yep. And actually, can you jog that spindle down in Z a little, just so everybody can see it? Woo! There we go. That's kind of the star of the show.
Yeah.
On this particular machine.
Yeah, I actually should already have a tool in the spindle.
Hey, Frank. It looks really shitty in there.
Shady?
Huh? Does it? Okay. No, I trust you. We were trying to show some things in there and it seems dark. But if you got it. So just like we talked about on the GM 5-axis, I want to mention again, the machine layout drawing is super critical on any of these 5-axis machines.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I'll mention it again. You really need to know how long your tool holders are going to be and how long your cutting tools are going to be if you're going to be tilting that B-axis up at 90 degrees and machining in the front, because in the front and in the rear, right? You severely limit your Y-axis work envelope when you have a tool, when you have to account for the tool pointing this way as well as this way.
Right.
So just get to know the machine layout drawing for this machine. The numbers are all perfect, so trust it.
The machine layout drawing, I guess I should have mentioned it over there. They're all on HaasCNC.com. So you go to the VR8 or the GM2 5-axis, whatever machine, HaasCNC.com, and right below the big hero image is machine layout drawing.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
sorry.
I wanted to talk a little bit about the spindle head configuration on this machine. From here, it may look exactly like the GM2 5-axis, but it is not. It definitely is not. First off, it takes different tool holders. This machine takes HSK A63 tool holders. There's a big difference between the F. They're not interchangeable at all.
Right.
And the reason is because this is a higher horsepower machine. Remember I mentioned that was more like a router spindle?
Yep.
Well, this is definitely a milling spindle. This one's got 50% more horsepower than that machine. So it is rated at 20 horsepower, and then that's continuous, and it can go up to 24 horsepower peak for 40% of the duty cycle of the machine. So it's definitely a more powerful spindle, and more powerful spindle. Same RPM, 20,000. It's also the same integral spindle style, so a fast acceleration and deceleration to get up and down from speed very, very quickly. It's also grease packed lubrication, and it's liquid cooled as well. There's a spindle chiller on this machine
on the back, yep.
as well, mounted on the back over here, which we are not going to walk around and take a look at.
No.
Is that right? Okay.
Okay, so let's, before we get into the nuts and bolts of the machine, let's just standard features again. This one comes standard with a 50 pocket tool changer.
50 pocket plus one,
Right.
side mount tool changer. It's got the cab cool standard as well. The probing system is standard on this machine, and sorry, lost my place.
Right. Chip auger is standard.
Chip auger, coolant system, 95 gallon
It's a
tank
95
with
on
the
this,
large
yep.
BMCs, 95 gallon tank, yes.
Okay.
And again, I mentioned that it has all the standard features that come with the next generation control, right? Haas Connect, machine monitoring,
Yep.
Haas Drop, M130 media display, all of those things. And it's got the 5-axis features incorporated as well as standard features, right? Dynamic work
DWO,
offsets
yep.
and tool center point control. And the MRZP templates for finding